All right, so we're going to talk about logical and compared to a physical topology. Okay, in this room we have switches. Actually, we have one main switch in which we have PCs connected to that. We also have a printer connected to that switch. That switch connects to a multi-layered switch. This is both a switch and a router in one, similar to what you might have at home. Okay, actually at home you have all three of these things together. This, plus an access point. This switch then connects to a router. Now I'll show you where it is. These two are in the same room, in fact very close to each other. This router connects to another router on campus, which connects out to the internet through the Iowa Communications Network, and you've learned plenty about ISPs. Now also here on campus, the college has a firewall, an ASA, I forget which number exactly, and they also have a multi-layered switch, probably 10 times the cost of the multi-layered switch in this area, and these are also connected. And then this connects out to the rest of the college, to access points for wireless and to wired parts of the college and so forth. Okay? So this area, when we draw those clouds, this area is the IT area for education. Okay? And then this is enclosed in the whole cloud of NIACC. Okay? So this is a logical diagram. Angel is sitting on a server over here somewhere. You've been accessing Angel, you like it, don't like it, or whatever. And we have servers of our own in this area too. So it's a logical diagram. Okay? Now what we want to show you is a little bit of a physical topology so you can compare. Okay, so I'm going to grab the iPad. Yeah, that didn't work too bad. So I am going to then, this is a logical diagram from class today. I'm not going to go through all that. It's talking about OSPF. And then, here in the room, we're going to take a look at some things here. So, this is a port, and the reason we have a number and it sits on top of the table is that we can unhook the computer and hook it up to a different network for class. Okay? But this is the physical connection. You see it? Hooked to the orange. There it goes. Connects there. Okay? And then it comes down. It's a little hard to see, but it is right there. It's connected to the back of the computer. Okay? We have some other connections back there too. And it is a copper wire. Okay? Here's an example of a copper wire. You see the twisted pair? Okay? You notice how all the twists are different and so forth? And then that is hooked in, okay, to a jack. If you look real close, you can see the copper wires. See them in there? Some are kind of shiny. Copper wires there. Just an example, this is a fiber optic. Those are fiber cables, or strings in there. These are fiber optic ends. We have different ones, and then this is a transceiver where you can plug in the fiber there, 100 FX, and get copper out or vice versa. Okay. Now, the blue cable, plugged in, hooked to the computer, then that cables are wrapped there. They go underneath the table, along the wall, on the bottom, and then up the wall over there on the side, above the ceiling to the gray, and then they come down here and plug into the back here. So there's number 12. Okay, so that orange goes all the way to the 12 I just showed you. This cable comes into the management, comes out up here, and it goes into the switch. This switch here is the switch I drew up on the board right at the beginning. Okay? This switch has a gigabit port right there, and that green cable comes over here and hooks into there, T17. Okay? And they use yellow for what we call vertical cabling to run between wiring closets. And so that goes up into the ceiling again. Okay, now you can just imagine it. It's up there in the ceiling. This is the Papa John Center, by the way. My office is just down the hall over there. And then we'll go into this wiring closet. And here they come in. See that? T17, that's it. Okay, that cable comes in here, and eventually that cable connects to this switching device right down here. Okay, I could look up which port it's in by looking in the device. This switching device then is connected to this router. Okay, that's the router in the picture inside the room over there we went over. Okay, that router acts like a little firewall, and that router then is connected to some cabling up here, which cuts across campus, connects to a fiber connector that goes over to the main router on campus. FYI, this is a fiber connection right here. I believe this switch manages some of the access points in the area, but I couldn't tell you for sure. And so then, here at the college, this wiring takes care of all kinds of things in the Papa John Center, downstairs, upstairs, and so forth, the equipment. Here's an example of a book. You'll see it has diagrams of the building. We're not going to go through all the details. But then it has a list of where every cable runs all over the building. So this is a physical, this is a representation of a physical part of a topology. And that's it for this video.